outside Old Trafford, just seen Man United beat Everton 1-0 in the league. I'm with Howson Senior. What do you make of today's performance, mate?
First half, nothing. It was the usual flat. No one trying anything. No one. There was nothing. There was nothing there. Second half, the young lads started to play again. We've got the speed, the pace, the little flicks. Taking people on, it gets the crowd up. The crowd even was flat first half. There was nothing there to get behind anybody. We wanted a spark. And in the second half, Rashford, Lingard, Mata putting balls through. Obviously, Martial's goal, Timbo coming on. We had a few positives in the second half. First half, It was laboured. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. Everton are not a bad side, but they was crap today.
Yeah.
But they dragged us down to that level. Positives, the young uns again. Which we've been crying out for the last few months. Let them play. You lads said it on your preview before the game. Rashford's got to play. And today proved it.
He did. He proved exactly why he's in that starting lineup. And I've got to ask you about this because you're one of the few people that we speak to, not saying you look that old, mate, but you're one of the few people that we speak to who were old enough to see him play. I've got to ask you about the new stand that Man United opened today for Sir Bobby Charlton. Can you tell us just how much he deserves to have that stand?
Well, it's been a long time coming. I mean, I first seen Bobby play in 1967. He was, in them days, in the early days, he was what you'd call now a box-to-box midfielder. He's not a Brian Robson or a Roy Keane. He won't be sticking his feet in and lifting people up in the air to win the ball back. He was more of the Scholesy type without the Scholesy tackles. He knew when there was a pass on, 30, 40 yard out to Best, Johnny Aston, down the right wing. He knew where he needed to be at any given time during the game. He'd just ghost into positions. Someone would lay a ball off 25, 30 yard out. It didn't matter whether it came on his right or his left foot. Bang. It was goalward, and 9 times out of 10, it hit the back of the net. He was what I call a graceful footballer. There was no airs and graces about him. He did a job. He did it for England for many years. He's done it here for many years. I mean, he's seen the signs, 72, 73. The side was old. And he was part of that side. And he retired, if you like, at the right time.
Yeah.
The season after we got relegated. Nothing detracts from Bobby. He left the club. He tried his hand at management. And now he's come back and been, I would say, a very, very influential in the director's box.
Is there anyone in the squad currently, I know it's a big question, but is there anyone that you think has a little bit of the Bobby Charltons about them at all? Anyone?
No.
No, not one?
No. And there hasn't been. There hasn't been for many, many years. Your closest is going to be Paul Scholes. That's the closest you're going to come to it is Paul Scholes. That's for his range of passing. Scholes, he likes to dig. Remember the Barcelona one in the semi-final. A few others. Bradford away a few years ago. Yeah, that's about the comparison you can make. In today's squad, no one even come close, and no one's come close for years, except for Scholes. He was one of them footballers that he made the game look easy. You didn't think he was moving. You can remember a couple of the goals he scored in the World Cup, '66 World Cup, I think Portugal. It don't look like he's moving. And he drifts into a position, shifts the ball onto his right foot, bang. England are in a World Cup semi-final, final. I've seen it done here many, many times when the ball's been coming across the edge of the box onto his left foot. None of this, I've got to have a touch and get it on this foot, whack, left foot. And the same thing, the net's bulging. He was two-footed, and don't get in the way of any of them, because you're going with it. But he was just an intelligent, very, very clever footballer that made the game look easy, and you don't see that today.
Basically, any young lads watching want to get into football, start watching videos of Bobby Charlton, because that's exactly what we need right now. We need a Bobby Charlton, and we need one now.
What I hope doesn't happen. Now, this is going to be controversial. I hope Wayne Rooney never pulls a red shirt on again. And Bobby keeps his record. That'll be the lasting one. Rooney's done nothing for us this season, at all. There's a lot of rumours that he may come back for the end of the season. He's coming back for one reason, to get himself fit to play for England, not fit to play for Manchester United. Bobby Charlton wouldn't do that. But I bet you will, Rooney.
Oh.